Hello, hello, hello. You want to solo queue Deadlock again, should you? That's an awful idea, Vassal. Maybe one of the worst ideas I've heard all day. So, since last time, I did do a little bit of grinding. My party's a lot stronger. And by a little bit of grinding, I mean, all I really did was this. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to go back into, like, the old areas that, like, we hadn't properly fully explored. What button is what? Wait, what button was that? That was this button. Like, you might remember from last time. Hello, Molly. It do be bird. That, like, we were having trouble in Melee. We're not having trouble in Melee anymore. I might have put Meaty at the front of the party because she's my favorite, and then I was backtracking through the previous areas to, like, you know, find what we'd missed. And she is now a more competent melee fighter than our melee fighter. It really was kind of, I did a little bit of mining off stream, but we also, still do just have this as an option. You know what? I'm gonna go put an epilepsy warning here. Because I feel like that's maybe... It may be appropriate for, this. Start a Minecraft Let's Play and Vassal, what is the Cobblemon server if not a Minecraft Let's Play in the Big 26? Exactly. It's not, though. It's pretty close. It's a Let's Play in the Big 30 because that's how long it's going to take to make it playable for Let's Players. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I think the last thing that we were working on here was we were going to go into the desert, which should lead us pretty much to the final dungeon after. Gonna quickly sell that battle axe that I just picked up. Because right now, our equipment is a little bit on the bonker side. So, Meaty's over here in rune armor with a mithril helmet, power glove, mithril boots. Like, she's kitted out. Astina has okay armor, but no real weapons, so she doesn't really hit that hard. Like, her offense is 3,300 compared to Meaty's 5,000. Moko here is currently our most under-equipped because he just has very high base defenses. Or more specifically, high base stats in general. So, we have to go over to the desert. I do like that we get a little healing point over here, even though there's no inn. Do we just... Here we go. I specifically sort of avoided, like, clearing out this area. Save for the stuff that we got, like, the last stream. I'm surprised I noodled through those without having to fight. I feel like there might be more hidden chests here compared to last time that we were here. Because I didn't actually check this all that well. I think this was where we got the rune helmet. Maybe we did get everything. Then we got the chest on the right here. I remember last time these skeletons were a nightmare for us to fight. So let's give them a try now. I don't think these skeletons are a nightmare for us to fight anymore. You know, it's funny. This went the exact same way as it did when I played it when I was a little kid, where I was like getting just absolutely demolished, and then I went back and checked all the old areas, and then Meaty became just unstoppable because she was my favorite. And I think that's going to just continue being a trend for the rest of the game now. I mean, the whole point of this was just to play, like, the game that I remembered. And I guess I am playing the game I remembered. Oh no, it crit us for 12 damage. Whatever will we do? The fact that these are still giving Meaty, like, a level, like, every fight, too, is wild. So there is a staircase down there, but I want to check up here first. Does this just loop us back? I know there's an endless hallway somewhere in here that I remember. Astina still takes damage, but I'm gonna have her fight a little bit so she gets a little bit stronger too. I'm just gonna... Wait, no, I can't do that. Don't worry, it's fine. We have Revive now as a spell. Alright, so some of the stuff in here can still hurt us. Like, these Minotaurs are putting up at least a little bit of a fight. Nice, a Mega P. Let's heal up a little bit. Because Meaty should be able to tank the skeleton basically forever. Spread the EXP out a little. Because we will want, at least for the other party members, to be able to survive in boss fights. Because, like, we only get one attack per turn anyway, so we only really need one good offensive person, and then, you know, Explosion to spell. Oh no! We fell into a pit. Whatever will we do? Epilepsy beam! Oh, they survived the epilepsy beam. But can they survive the second epilepsy beam? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Oh boy, a potion. Hmm. I think we need to hit him with a recover or he just dies. Alright, it'll be fine. Alright, there we go. See, we're not, like, super overpowered. These things can still kill everybody but Meaty. I do need to be careful to not let Estina die, because she's the one who can cast Revive. So, like, as long as we have cute elf lady and some mana potions, we're basically invincible. Oh, okay, so that's where the staircase leads. Can I get behind this and hit it? I can. Uh-oh. Dang it. It hit twice. Usually they're not fast enough to hit twice. Let's quickly go revive her. She is unfortunately the one person who, we can't really have die. Also just gonna use this potion up because I don't really think it will be useful. I don't think we have any items that let us revive stuff either. Right, everybody's still pretty low, so we'll stop at an inn. Because I think one of the things that we really need probably long-term is to get our main character here, Moko, into some real armor. Alright, now we should be good. Like, I do want to get the other characters to level up a bit more, right? But we pretty much need Meaty to be tanking most of the time. Because I think as long as, like, these two basically are, like, tag teaming the enemy to split the damage, it should work pretty well. Realistically speaking, if we wanted to power them up much faster, we'd just go to a low-level area and spam parry for a while, because the EXP seems to just be, like, a flat value based off of how much you're doing a certain thing in a fight. So if you want to just increase your defenses, you just go to a spot and just parry forever. But, like, our offensive abilities seem to catch up pretty quickly. I'm just going to use a Mega P. Oh yeah, also, how does everybody like the new banner? I don't know if it actually shows up during stream. Probably doesn't because the player window is there, but we have, like, a new banner set up. Only a couple years overdue. Moko should still have the health to tank another hit. Nice. Dang, that was not the element for it. We did get an MP increase, though, which is what I wanted. See, we don't get that many casts of Recover. So, like, I want to conserve at least a little bit of MP. Earth Amulet. That might be... good for somebody. Let's see. I guess this just gives her more defense versus Earth stuff. So we'll give that to Moko. Because I think Moko currently has... Oh, we can't give that to Moko. I guess this does just go to Meaty specifically, then. Uh-oh. It should focus Meaty if she's the last one who hit it. Oh, It very much did not. Okay, Moko's pretty low. But if I go here, I should be able to just kill this one. I feel like there's a healing point somewhere in here. Alright, we have an elixir which will fully restore our entire mana pool. So let's just be a little bit less stingy. Elrad is trapped. If we do that, then we can move you here. And now Meaty can just tank everything. There we go. Everybody's slowly beefing up, too, which is good. I do like that the AI is pretty predictable in this game. Like, you can kind of count on the enemy to usually attack whoever's closest to them, and if they're already, like, engaged in melee combat with somebody, they won't, like, break off to chase another character. Alright, so that's a staircase. What do we got up here? I think this is probably a... Oh, okay, so... Ice Storm does pretty good against these. Nice. We're finding a lot of money. If we do end up having to back out of the dungeon again, this feels suspicious. That feels like it's going to drop the flare out from beneath us. Okay, so that's the save state button. I just want to step up there and see. It didn't. Mithril boot. I think she already has Mithril boot. She does. Which means Meaty can give Mithril boot to probably Moko. I feel like Moko needs more defense. Oh yeah, that's a slight increase. Just a 50% defense increase from upgrading the shoes. A Night Axe. That feels like that's probably cursed. Not only is it cursed, it's kind of bad. So I think we'll just not equip that at all. Cure Ring is kind of nice. No, we need to move Meaty into a position to help defend here. Because Estina is going to have a lot of problems in a second. Actually, she can maybe just heal spam herself here? Like, this does hurt the rest of our mana, but this should be good for getting her defenses up. Okay, let's move Moko in. And let's use an elixir on Estina. That doesn't give mana back. Which means we have a complete dearth of potions. So I will hit a save state here just in case, but I think we've checked everywhere else here. If we can find a healing point, that'll be fine, because that'll get us our mana back. And I don't think we'll need potions for whatever boss fight we run into here. How do we get in there? Ooh, spellcasters. Okay, they don't hurt that bad. I was a little bit more worried about, like, them dealing a ton of damage. The big golems I'm definitely a little bit more scared of, though. I feel like the positioning is really bad here. Alright. Now we should be in a slightly better position here. Oh, wow, these can even hit Meaty for damage. These are beefy boys. Okay, I'm suddenly feeling a little bit less good about our lack of potions. They dropped so much money, though. Wow. Oh, no! Oh, never mind. Their Epilepsy Blast does less damage than our Epilepsy Blast. We are a little bit in danger, though. So maybe I didn't completely outlevel the entire game. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. One enemy at a time. Alright, so there's a staircase there. A healing point. Okay. Never mind. We're actually so back. Because now, Athena can resurrect, not revive. There we go. And you know what? Because casting gives you MP. Alright. We're so back. Because now we can actually, like, fight stuff without too much worry. Because we know we can just immediately go and heal. Flame armor, mithril full helm, and money. Alright, so this should, in theory, get Moko up to par defense-wise. So now Moko should be pretty much just as able to tank as Meaty. And we can test this by going and getting him punched in the face by a giant rock. The answer seems to be yes. Alright, so we are so back. Basically, as long as Estina specifically doesn't die, we should be fine. I think I'm going to reduce this to one of these, and then I'll just have Estina slow beat the other one to death. I'm used to, like, in most games, the caster enemies being by far the scariest. But I guess here they're kind of balanced in the fact that they have, like, range and AoE with their damage just not being particularly threatening. Having a healing point is so nice. Wait, can we just cut through the wall here? Wait. Okay, so, we're just gonna... Oh, yeah. Like, the AoE spells that we have are terrifying and wipe the entire map. Is this the forever hallway? This is the forever hallway. I can confirm that this does not go anywhere. Because when I was little, Spent several hours going to the side there. Like, I just left the game console going, and I'd, like, just get up and I'd hold the button on the controller and just see where it would take me. Hi there, Choco. Alright, so it seems we're in a labyrinth of some sort. Ooh, a rune helmet. Because Media's our favorite, she gets to be our main tank here. How's it going? It's going well. My sister was visiting last week, so I didn't have streams, but now we're back. That's a big defense upgrade for Estina. Okay, so we've got that. I feel like we should still fight at least a little bit to keep our stats going up. If I just parry, do they just... I mean, that would probably just let me stack my defenses basically forever, but... I want to get other people levels too. I think most of the party is now caught up defensively. With the exception of Elrad, who is super squishy, but, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? I remember very distinctly the worst that can happen is the final boss has AoE attacks that do actually hit hard. I didn't really want to fight multiple of these at once. Epilepsy attack, go! Oh, these are super magic resistant. I mean, it makes sense. They are also mages, but that means we'll have to deal with these real quick. Well, that's the worst. What's the second worst? The second worst would be Estina going down to the AoE attacks, because she's the one who can just pick Elrad back up off the ground. She's our only person capable of reviving people. And we move so slow. A luck ring. I wonder what that does. The rings usually let you cast a spell. Mithril Battle Axe. I think Meaty already is using a Mithril Axe. She is. Which means she can give this over to somebody else. Yeah, this is significantly stronger. And then I think Estina can equip the Mithril Sword. Yeah, sorry about the yawning. Kind of sleepy. I have had pretty poor sleep the previous week. Oh yeah, that's a 60% increase to attack. I know, poor sleep, me. Who would have thought? Death Flail is cursed. Any of the weapons that sound like they're evil are usually evil. And the evil weapons make it so you can't use magic. And frankly, I don't want our only healer to not be able to use magic. Does this just forever loop us? No, there's a whole extra setup here. Okay, wait. Item, equip, meaty. She can now put on rune boots and give the mithril boots that she had to Estina. Yeah, I think that's probably still an upgrade. We might need to make a journey back up to the healing point soon to get magic back. But I don't know. We seem to be doing largely okay. Like, now that our defenses are good, we don't just, like, nearly die in every fight. Alrad is still very squishy, though. I need to find good armor that, like... Because the thing is, a lot of the armor in this game, right? Most anything slightly heavy completely disables you from using magic. I think because Estina and Midi can still use magic with the mithril armor, I think that allows for magic casting fully, as not just like a them specific thing. I hope this ice storm kills everything. I think I need to just do this. Zero. That was at least a really good level. Midi can detox. Estina. All right, we have escape too. I think escape, if used like this, will teleport us out of the dungeon just entirely. This is a way forward. Where does this put us, though, is the question. Whole bunch of Minotaur. Whole bunch of Golem. Alright, so she can't use this shield. Oh no, it just didn't go to her inventory. Who got it? Okay, Moko got it. Honestly, probably fine. Because he could use some more health anyway, or more defenses specifically. The golems are still scary. There's another healing point. Hell yeah. I think this is the boss fight. Well, that's convenient anyway, because that means we can just kind of, you know, go through. Anyway. The king will talk to you directly. What are you doing? You are in front of the king. Honorable and brave adventurers, it's amazing that you have come this far. I'm proud of you. To reward your bravery, the last title will be given to you. This is your last title. That is, death. You know, it would be a shame if something happened to all of the ads here, you know? Like, that damage is absurd. Wow, these are tanky. Anyway. Another spark we go. I do think it's cool that Elrad spells do basically flat damage, but like, come on, they're so overpowered. And we'll beat up the Spectre first. What's everybody's health looking like? Fine. Okay. I will have Estina recover herself just in case. Stop hitting Elrad. It's very rude. If I just clump everybody up on them, will they still be able to cast? Everybody should be fine for another round, but I'm gonna recover Elrad anyway. Like, the AoE spells are a little bit rough to deal with at times. Yeah, keep hitting Meaty with stuff. She doesn't take any damage. I wish I had, like, an AoE heal. Astina's MP, she has a couple of these left, so... Like, we're not in threat of losing this fight at all. It's mostly I just want everybody to be alive so that everybody gets EXP. How have I suffered such a defeat? You have released all the spirits, but you're still weak and you will never drive away the great destructive power. Let me tell you something. I cast a spell on Moko's father, Cannon, that sent him to the far end of the sea. He can't be alive. I'll wait for you in the burning flames of the netherworld as you are shredded to pieces. The bot should be kill. It said Isari bot obliterated it. By the hounds of death, ha ha ha. I'm Earth Spirit. I have awakened from a long sleep. Let me check the stream manager. Yeah, it looks like it got killed so fast that the message didn't even pop up on the, like, on-stream chat window. Because, like, you can see above my head, there's, like, a gap right there, and there's nothing there. Anyway, the ancient king was trying to defeat the strongest monster of all. To defeat that monster, you will need a sword filled with the power of the spirits. A legendary sword must be handed down by the king. Please hurry to the king. That's me. Hello. I'm Avery. How do you hold a bunch of undead together? I don't know. How do you use a lich pin? Mod, remove... Wait, nobody's here. I was gonna say remove Molly's skeleton and hold it back together with a lich pin. But... I think Pass will solo queuing Deadlock. Yeah. Deadlock. I would never play that game that I have like 1,400 hours in. Let's go sell the evil cursed weapons that we have. We can sell the fire sword. Did we only have one? I thought we had two. Oh, there it is. Then we can sell our leftover armor as well. I know the music in this game, by like an objective sense, isn't really that good, but there's just something about the music of this game that I just love. there we go. We've cleaned out our inventory a little bit. We should probably grab some MP potions just in case. But we also have so much money that we can maybe just go and, like, buy a set of armor for Elrad. Moko, I was waiting for your return. Please, come in quickly. Moko, this is from the king. Letter from the king. Moko, a magic letter from your father, Ganon, has arrived for me. Ganon and I were good friends and roamed the land in search of many adventures together. No one has heard from Ganon for a long time. It's a relief to hear that he is safe. However, news was not all good. According to Ganon's letter, he is now at Blood Island. Blood Island, famously, like, you know, definitely not a dangerous place. He has found the place where the route to all evil was sealed. We will leave for Blood Island with soldiers. I'm so thankful we have received this letter. Please get the legend sword from the minister. Here's the legend sword. I've received a legendary sword. Thanks, minister. Ancient King. I am an Ancient King. As I have written on the door, I will give you my power. In the name of the Ancient King, and the title of the Lord will be given to Hero Moko. In the name of the Ancient King, the title of Sage will be given to the Warlock Elrad. In the name of the Ancient King, the title of Saint will be given to the Paladin Astina. In the name of the Ancient King, the title of Master will be given to Expert Meaty. Hear ye, brave men who revive the spirits. Your enemy is the Black Dragon. The time has come to defeat it with the power of the spirits. Hurry to Dragon Rock. Moko, be very cautious. Hurry to the rock. Thanks, Ancient King. Alright, we don't actually get to equip the legendary sword. The legendary sword is not a piece of gear we can wield. Alright, let's see. Let's go, before we head out to the final dungeon here, let's go to Argel and let's buy Elrad some gear. Because our wizardy boy needs some armor. I think we'll just buy Mithril. For everything? Oh, Elrond already had Mithril Chain Arn. I didn't realize that. That's a big defense boost. That's a big defense boost. So I think that means we have an extra Mithril Chain? Yeah, because Moko's in Flame Armor. Yeah, so we just have an extra Mithril Armor to sell. Let's check the weapon shop. I know the weapon shop is very expensive. We already got Holy, and these should sell Mithril Swords. So yeah, we don't really have anything to buy here. We got, like, a marginal amount of better equipment for Moko, but not, like, a huge amount. You know, one thing I like about this game, like, this NPC here, my friend Lance is extremely nice looking, but he wasn't asked to go with the king. Like, all of the NPCs in the town all update throughout the course of the game, like, even if you've never, like... It's an attention to detail that feels almost unnecessary. They don't sell MP potions here. I guess we'll go to Landale real quick first and just stop at the potion shop. You're real heroes, aren't you? That's the knight who was insulting us at the start of the game. Elrod can be our MP potion carrier. And you know what, while we're at it... Okay. Now... How do you affix several witches together? Polycule. Next question. Oh, hello again, ancient king. When the spirits reside within the sword, fate is already in your hands. If you don't defeat him, this world will be ruined. You must be ready for that. Hold the sword and repeat after me. Hearken, spirits, in my name you will lodge within the legend sword now. Bring light to the darkness and give us the power to defeat him. Spirit, you missed. There we go. These fairies are taking their time lodging into the sword here. Very leisurely awakening of the legendary sword. Now the power of the spirits are one. A brave man, take the sword and go to Blood Island. The bowels of evil fester there. Elemental sword. To the brave man holding me, I leave my power and the fate of this world in your hands now. Go to Blood Island, take that which was given only to brave men. Meaty's a woman sword. Can she equip it? She sure can. She's our legendary hero now. It's hot outside, and it's still hot inside. Unlike Bird in the Window, I've forgotten how it feels to be cold. Oh, no. The weather here has been very, like, whiplash-inducing. It's, like, awful and hot and humid and miserable one day, and then it's, like, gross and rainy the next day. I forgot how to get to Blood Island. Oh, we're at Blood Island now. This was just an identical looking cliff. Now we've got Hydras to fight. These are very tanky Hydras. It's been stormy over here, and if it weren't for the loud noises, I would be very happy about that. I actually, like, thunder and stuff are some of the few loud noises that I don't really mind. Oh, we have Restore now. We can actually AoE heal. And we can hit ourselves with Power Up. Which doesn't seem to make us deal that much more damage? Question mark? I've got a weird relationship with noise in general. Like, some noises don't bother me at all, but then other noises make my misophonia act up so bad that, like, I'm ready to, like, skin myself alive if I hear them. Let's equip this on Elrad. Uh-oh. Alright, we're fine. I forgot because the Legend Sword is so strong, like, it kind of just makes every character that isn't wielding it feel irrelevant. Uh-oh. It's the king. The power is lodged within the Legend Sword. You have resurrected the spirits. Canon and I traveled together and searched for the ancient king. We discovered a long-forgotten secret. The ancient king knows his sealing power will be weakened. While the world waited for someone to awaken the spirits, the Black Dragon was trying to make a medallion that would unseal the rock. This is one half of it. Canon and I both had the right to become king because of our deeds, but he gave me the throne and pursued the quest. Canon must have the other half of the medallion. I'm afraid I haven't seen Canon. If you do, please tell him he is the true king. ... Dear King, we will carry out your command. Please watch over us. Dang, can't loot the crown. Alright, we got a mini-boss here. And now we get to hit the real epilepsy attack, Explosion. So, like, if you do have epilepsy, warning. The 90s really hated anybody with epilepsy, like... Because, like, you have, like, the tiny little screen there, right? That's kind of, like, shrinking things down. I was a little kid with my tiny little peepers plastered directly up against the screen. And it's a wonder that I have any eyesight left at all. Oh, we used all of our magic. And we'll have Meaty take the ones up top. Oh, these are like one hit off dead. Boink. We were tricked. Oh, this doesn't take very much damage at all. Well. This might get a little bit rough. Not really worried for Meaty at all here. I'd mostly like Estina to stay alive until, you know, we hit a healing point. What console is this game for, by the way? The Sega Genesis. This was my first ever RPG game when I was a little itty-bitty owlet. This game probably ruined me in several ways. Wow, that was a lot of money. If I recall, I think we can't use magic with that, so let's equip like this. The downside here is that, like, this is a lot of defense, so we're sort of incentivized to use Moko for the final boss. Not that we realistically need to. I think our super over-leveled medium might just be able to beat the final boss to death in single combat here. Like you can see, he's not taking any damage now. Astina, however, still is, so let's give her an assist here. I love this, like, hit sound effects. They're so, like, extra. And they have a good rhythm to them, too. Well, let's see. If I equip this onto her... Yeah, can't use magic. So, we'll just pass this over. I wonder if the flame armor is better than mithril. And if you can use magic with it. Let's see. Can we revive, or do we just not have enough magic? There's the helmet. On one hand, it's kind of cool that every character has their own individual, like, carry limit and inventory. At the same time, it feels... like, it's the sort of thing that I can understand why it got dropped is a thing. Nice. Manticores. Or I guess, yeah, Chimera. Remember, out for ice, in for lightning. I just checked the box art. This is 90-second vibe. It's so perfect. It is the most, here's this ancient JRPG that we decided actually needs very, very, like, Western box art. Oh, I feel like I'm in a bad position here. Oh no, these can use explosion too. Or no, that's firestorm. That's fine though. Stop casting AoE spells. It's very rude. Oh, anybody who isn't Meteor Elrond does so little damage. If I recall, I think speedruns of this game use Estina as the main character. Because she can heal herself. And then you just farm just enough MP with Elrond to just obliterate the final boss with nothing but explosions. Is there no treasure? Nothing? Guess not. I'm gonna quickly heal up. Gonna undo that real quick. You know what? You know what? If they want to play AoE epilepsy spells, I can play AoE epilepsy spells. Again, not sure how anybody epileptic survived the 90s. Like, this is completely egregious. That's also part of... I just almost choked on my own tongue there. That's also part of the reason why, like, I have my retro set up like this on, like, the tiny little screen. So that stuff like this is a little bit less ridiculous. We could just farm Elrod's MP a little bit until he can cast 3 explosions. Unfortunately, I think it's 300 MP per cast. Are you adventurers? This is the last of the medicine, but it's better if you use it. Buddy, there's a healing point right there. There's like a healing point like 5 feet to... Like, it's... Literally, it's right here. It's all you need to do is just... There's a guy standing here. You could just go over to the healing point and then you're just fine. SMH. Why didn't they just Phoenix down Aerith? Moko, is that you? Don't you recognize me? I'm Canon. Father, is it you? Lich at the ancient ruins told me my father... Oh wait, no. Wrong voice. Lich at the ancient ruins told me my father was dead. I'd given you up for dead. I thought I would never see you again, Father. I see. He must have prevented me from going to the ruins. He must have thought I was dead. He wouldn't have believed I made it to this island. And look at you. You've been given the legend sword and you've made it here. I think the ancient king led us all here to see you like this. Moko, this is the other half of the medallion. This will make the medallion complete. The black dragon is beyond the door of the back chamber. If I return, I will take the throne as the king wishes. Don't be caught off guard. Moko, I'm glad you came. Kanan is injured, but he will be okay if he's treated soon. Leave him. I will bring him back. Oh, right, now we fight the gargoyles. So if anybody's wondering what the April Fool's update for Deadlock was like, it was kind of like this with 6 Ivies. Oh, they did not like that explosion one bit. They were not fond of me casting Explosion. Rest in peace, Elrad. We can just go back to the previous room and revive him real quick. I love the music in this game. I also really like this battle system, like, for the early 90s, I think this game was 92 or 93, if I recall. Like, this was kind of ahead of its time in a lot of different ways. Alright, now we can go fight. Ignorant fools, behold the glory of the ultimate evil. Enter within and feel the cold embrace of the netherworld. Alright, final boss time. Which I love the theme music for this fight. What is a little chumpy lad? Alright, Elrad, I'm gonna need you to cast Explosion real quick before you die. Unfortunately, he won't be able to cast it 3 times, but that should be fine. I'm bopping so hard to the music right now. Again, I know by an objective sense, the music in this game isn't, like, particularly incredible, but man, it's nostalgic to me. Like, little 5-year-old me thought this was, like, the most intense thing. Ba, 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 ba. Should be able to get one more attack random before casting a heal. Oh yeah, also the poll in the Discord has completed. Uh-oh, I don't have enough to cast the thing. Let me just do this, and then I should be able to get one more in. But the poll in the Discord is finished, and it looks like Wind Waker will be the next retro game that we play. I was wondering, though, for Wind Waker, right? There's the option to play it modded with stuff like crowd control or randomizers or stuff like that. Would we want to do that, or would we want to just play it sort of the original way? Because I would be fine with doing either. Do I have game audio on? Yes. Has game audio, like, not been capturing this whole time and nobody's been telling me? Wait, no, because I think Choco said earlier that they were vibing with the music. Here, I'll turn it up a bit. Y'all gotta yell at me when it's not good audio. SMH. Now you can hear the, like, decidedly mid music that I love way too much. Oh, rest in peace, Elrad. I wonder if I have enough turns to just eat some magic potions here and not die. Because then I can just cast Recover on the whole party. I feel like there's also got to be better magic potions that I just didn't buy somewhere and I'm forgetting about. Because these give so little MP. I'm gonna gamble here real quick. Dang, it still takes even more. I might just not have enough MP potions to get another cast of this, huh? Okay, we're good. Because that puts everyone back at full HP. I think we're almost out of elixir, so I'll save those until we're a little bit lower on health. Oh, there we go. Dare to challenge me, Grog! That's what the dragon sounds like. It just goes, grog. Elemental Sword says, brave men, you have defeated the Black Dragon. Again, Elrod's a pile of goo on the floor right now. Moko's a guy, sure. But then, what are Meaty and Estina? Chopped liver? I might be mistaken, but to me it seems like it was mostly Meaty and Estina who soloed the dragon. Or I guess duoed the dragon here. Double dragon. The peace of the kingdom has been restored by your bravery. I pray that this peace will be forever, and that our power will never be needed again. We must hurry or we'll be trapped. Run! And then we just cast escape and we're free. Let's go back to the town. It's such a slow collapse for the island. Welcome home! Cannon, our new king, awaits you. Please pass through. Welcome home, brave men. At last, peace has been restored to our kingdom. Moko, you fought well. You've made me proud, both as king and also as your... Wow, I completely butchered that. You've made me proud, both as a king and also as your father. We were victorious because we all fought as one. Oh wait, this Moko. Through it all, Mother always believed. Thank you for everything you've done. Moko, I'm so happy my spirit soars. Our former king, I'm sure, is also rejoicing now that our kingdom is safe. Moko, you were superb. Everybody's like glazing Moko here. Moko stood in the back line and didn't even attack or take a single action during the Black Dragon fight. Moko, since I first saw you, I knew you had tremendous spirit. You have all become fine men. Everyone fought with unselfish regard for their own well-being. Moko, I've decided to watch over the peace of this kingdom and fulfill the former king's wishes. What will you do now? Remain with me in the castle as royalty? Father, there's much that I have yet to learn. Just like you, I wish to explore many worlds and discover them for myself. I see. I understand. Even a king cannot stop an adventurer's wandering heart. Then I will bestow upon you a suitable title for that journey. Moko, I dub thee Dragon Slayer. May all you encounter know of your deeds. Estina, Elrod, Meaty, I will dub thee Dragon Slayer. Moko says that he will continue his journey. What are you going to do now? Estina, I will return to the village and continue in my magical studies with my grandfather. I will continue my search for awesome powers. I'm also continuing my journey. I'll stay with the fellows from the camp. Next time I'll venture a bit further. Well, have a good journey. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Then we're off to find new adventures. And they never received a sequel. I like this little credit sequence too, it's cute. There's the wizard on the hill. Alright, so, this actually took me less time than I was expecting. But, this does give us at least a little bit of time here to kind of discuss what's coming up. So, on Friday, we're back to Cobblemon, as usual. On Sunday, we're back to Valkyria Chronicles. However, the poll in the Discord also did pass for adding another stream day to the week. I figured it would. And it looks like for most people, the good day, Valkyria Chronicles 4 specifically, because we did Valkyria Chronicles 1 a long time ago. But Valkyria Chronicles 1 and 4 are two of my favorite games of all time, so I've been really enjoying getting the chance to stream them and share them with people. Because I feel like they're not as well known as they should be, with just how good they are. But, basically, like, we're gonna add the extra stream day at the start of next month. So, next month, we'll be adding Mondays at this sort of stream time. So like 4:30-ish Eastern time to around 8 p.m. Eastern time is an extra stream day to the week. I'm thinking that instead of adding another stream day category, right? Because like we have Wednesdays for our retro games, we have Fridays for our Cobblemon stuff. I might, and I'm not sure, because I do want to keep the Cobblemon stuff going, but a lot of it has just been, like, very slow building. The server's up, by the way. Like, I haven't updated the mod pack link thing to add the proper IP, but if anybody wants the IP to the server, it is in the Discord. And the actual mod pack itself, that will work. Let me go to here. Here we go. There's the Minecraft server IP. For those who would want to join on that. For the Cobblemon stuff. We're still just doing building stuff. Maybe I'll boot it up real quick and just kind of show where we're at before I end stream. But that'll be staying on Fridays for now. And then as for Sundays, that'll stay the main game. For Mondays, I am debating between two options here. One is having just another main game day. So we would have Sunday and then Monday back-to-back main game days, and that would allow us to progress the main game, you know, essentially at twice the rate. Hi, Kate. Just in time, you caught us as we were discussing plans for, like, the upcoming stuff. Wind Waker is the next game, by the way. But basically, like, I'm kind of torn on if I want to add a second day there, or if I want to make Mondays like a dedicated, like, old school RuneScape or MapleStory day or stuff like that. Because I feel like I could definitely use some good old-fashioned streamer luck in pet hunts and stuff like that. But, at the same time, I also understand that, like, the moment-to-moment of old-school RuneScape grinding and stuff like that and MapleStory grinding is definitionally grinding. Like, it's very, very repetitive. So, like, I'm not really sure what you all would prefer. Like, would you realistically want to just sit here and chat with me while I click trees for 12 hours, you know? Because I love clicking trees. Clicking trees has got to be one of my favorite hobbies. Because the other reason that I was considering making it a second main game stream is just that, like, for slightly longer games, it would allow us to progress through them at a much faster clip. Because, like, I was thinking, like, oh, I would really love to stream, like, Tales of Vesperia or something like that. But the thing about Tales of Vesperia is it is a very long game. So, like, doing it one stream at a time, it would be a really long series for us to get through. But, I don't know. I would like to stream some longer stuff at some point, because most of the games that I like to play are things that are, like, longer RPGs, stuff like that. I think part of that is just because growing up poor, my general rule of thumb was always, wow, a JRPG that I can sink hundreds of hours into. Nice. That means I only need to buy one game. Another game series I would love to stream some of would be Artanelico. Because I would go as far to say that I think those games have my favorite soundtrack of all time. I'd love to do a Crystal Chronicles stream, but that did not win the poll, so Wind Waker's definitely next for the retro game. As for the main game, Valkyria Chronicles 4 is going to be our thing for a while. Actually, let me just poof over here. Hello. I still have the Brule hat on. Let me just get rid of that for you. And let me just swap this over to this and swap this over to this. I'll show off the current progress on the build while we chat for a few minutes. I guess I'll also change the category here. Not that we'll be here for too long. Is that the PS1 game where you're a fox riding a mecha you're talking about? So Artanelico, it's a JRPG. It has a lot of different things going for it. And one of those things going for it is a conlang called Hymnos. You've got, like, a lot of costumes. I only vaguely remember, like, in the back of my mind, because I didn't actually own the games. I played them exclusively at a friend's house when I was little. And I did not beat even a single one of them, because they were very long games. So, like, a lot of my experience with it was in bits and pieces, disjointed from one another, so I really want to play through them at some point, just to, like, experience them. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am. Okay, I was over here fixing up these cliffs. You know, carving up the side of them a little bit to make them a little bit more rough around the edges. Which I mostly do by taking the shape tool here. Or rather, the rock tool. You can also use melt. You can set it to melt, you can set it to cone. You set the height very high up. And then you'll have, like, this sort of shape. And then you just kind of come in here and just carve away at the mountain face. And I was slowly carving away at the mountain face here as I, you know, wanted to get this to, like, ironically, kind of almost the same shape as the Dragon Rock in Sorcerer's Kingdom is what I've been picturing here. But this isn't really the important part of the build. We will fly our way over the empty landscape to a slightly less empty part of the landscape. You can see in the distance there, I have fixed up this tree a little bit. Still no leaves, but I've started laying in the town around the base of it. But Seraph Town itself is pretty much done, I think, save for a couple interiors, and I want to, like, do some texturing on the buildings. So I'll just drop my flight speed down. Wow, base flight speed feels pathetic compared to the speed that I've been going at. I'll also close the emulator so I have a little bit more system resource back here. Okay, there we go. Now my computer is a little bit less melting. A little bit, at least. Let me effect clear. This way we have proper lighting. I was working on adding a little symbol for the post office here. I don't know if this is what I'll go with. I could make it out of any sort of thing. But, like, most of the houses now are fully furnished on the interiors. Why is my stream title what it is? Well, it's accurate. That's what we did. We sorked our kingdom. Are you accusing us of not having successfully sorked? Because, like, I think we successfully sorked. The inn still has the Moguses in it. I'll need to replace those with proper NPCs at some point. But this is an important thing here. We have the loot balls set up. I would need to set myself to survival real quick. Oh, I already looted this one. But basically, these loot balls, they work. We can just place them down, and they can have items in them, and they can have loot tables. If I send out my Garchomp here, if I can actually land where I would want to land. Yeah, I missed. If we send out Corviknight, a much easier Pokemon to fly. No, Corviknight, go down. There we go. There should still be a loot ball here, unless it despawned. Oh, right, I got rid of this one because it was broken. You're accusing me of not selecting all the previous text for deletion. It 100%. Oh, wait, there we go. I didn't, actually. You're right. So, in OBS, it got pushed to another line, and there was a tiny little scroll bar there that I didn't see. It's fine. Sometimes you're just a little bit delirious after you sork it, you know? Anyway, back to the tour of the town. So, I built a bunch of custom little trees, so we have actual foliage here. Which Altaria and its gigantic baby seem to be enjoying. 2 gigantic baby. Look at them. Oh, so cute. I don't think this house is fully furnished yet. It's like partially furnished. Yeah. So this house still needs to be finished up. The school interior still has a couple things that need to be finished up. But for the most part is set up. Then as we come up here, we've still got the clock tower. We have a little bookstore here. A little cafe. Let me jump off the building. These houses here. This one's sort of just a very basic house. Very, like, Pokemon starter house, to be honest. You've got your game console and your bedroom, and then just your house down here, and that's it. This house is also pretty basic, but is also not basic. But we'll leave that as a secret for the future. The lab is mostly still the same. Little fountain. We have a little functional supermarket here now. This floor, I haven't quite decided how I want to lay it out yet, so this floor doesn't really have anything special. Up here, we have the actual trainer supply section, so you can buy, like, your potions and Pokeballs and stuff over here at this counter. You can buy TMs, stat-up items, and whatnot over here. And then here is where we will have the Pokemon lottery system, so that all of you can fail forever to actually get a Master Ball by winning the lottery. And up here, we just got a little, like, sitting lounge. As you can see, we do have elevators for everything around here. Down this way, we've got the park. Which has a little walkway going around it. Oh no, I need to sneeze. I actually managed to grab that tissue in time. I am surprised. Thank you. But yeah, we have a little Magikarp statue, which I am quite happy with how this Magikarp statue turned out. I need lab. I guess Passel forgot to slab these when redoing these, because Passel redid this walkway here. Over here, we've got a Pokemon Center with a classic spinning Bombardier. Nurse Joy got a little bit despawned, so I'll need to replace Nurse Joy. But like a lot of the texture work I want to do is stuff like this, where I just sort of add a little bit of block variety to the walls of the buildings. But continuing this way, we go up into the park. We've got a little playground, a little sitting area, sandbox, bunch of little desire paths through the park. Tiny little duck pond. Over here, we've got ourselves a basketball court. A swimming pool to throw your yellow Pikmin in. Well known for their love of swimming. Over here, I'm not sure if I want to put another house or if I want to just put, like, trees and stuff. This house is still the same as it was last time. Just a little spooky girl house. This house is the same as it was last time. This house is new. This house is for one of the knights from Fort Tinorama. So it's much more like, you know, medieval. There's going to be a basement down there, but that's not quite finished yet. Over here, we've got a bedroom, a bathroom. A little furnace. And a little dining room. This statue has been cleaned up a little bit to more accurately reflect what the actual starter looks like. That room's not done yet, but this house has been basically fully finished otherwise. Little closet here. The champion's mom's room, and her little reading nook up here, which is very cute. Nice little bathroom. The champion's room. Featuring Super Kasane Teto for the Super Nintendo. Streaming setup, Master Ball. Yeah, that's pretty much this town. It's like most of the way done now. And then we've got other stuff in progress on the route here now too, which will lead its way down to Calibri, which we currently don't have fully finished. I've been working on Calibri the past couple days. Wow, the tree looks really cool on the minimap. Like, look at that. But I'm just trying to figure out the layout of the town. Got ourselves the big old tree. And then Fort Tinaroma has had not too much change to it. Castle layout still being worked on. We did finally get the NPC working to get this to properly clip into these blocks to open and close the gate. So, like, we'll have, in general, just a lot of NPCs just around like this throughout the world. But otherwise, it is pretty much the same as it was a couple days ago when I was working on it. Not quite as much has really changed, because a lot of what I've been doing has just been slowly flying over the world here and there. And, like, I'll find stuff like this almost Among Us shaped blob here. And I'll just kind of come in and just hit this with a little bit of, like, smoothing. And just fix the terrain here and there. So a lot of what I've been doing has just been, like, minor fixes to the terrain across the whole map to get it ready for stuff. As well as, if I teleport back over to Serif Town, and I punch this button, this will send us to the little build world that we have set up. Because now we have a proper build world set. You can see here kind of the setup for the loot balls. There will be different types of loot balls that have different things inside of them. We even have Armorer's Workshop, so we can actually put direct cosmetics into the loot balls. This is how the little dig holes are. This is how the brick break walls are. But a lot of what I have been doing has just been building custom little trees to just build our forest with. Because instead of, like, putting regular Minecraft trees, like, you know, a sane person, I have to custom build every tree. This also low-key looks like an old-school RuneScape yew tree to me. But yeah, that's basically the quick tour of that. Not too terribly much has happened, because a lot of it has just been me fixing terrain. And building a big old tree. On Friday, though, what we're going to be trying to do is to actually go through and figure out maybe more of the layout for this route. And maybe the layout of this village. And then hopefully, once this village has a layout to it, we can start actually building this village. It's going to be a long project. We have fully tested stuff like the NPC battle trainers. Those work. They have proper line of sight. The loot balls work. Like, pretty much everything has been tested and works. Charm is currently working on getting the dig holes and the rock smash walls and stuff like that working. Rather than just doing a data pack via, like, you know, normal stuff, we're going to just actually make it a discrete, like, Java mod. Because that lets us do a little bit more with it, and also makes it so that we can just kind of plug everything we need into one mod and just have, you know, the Alchives Cobblemon server mod with whatever features we need tacked into it as we go along. So, like, if there's any specific feature that we want to add later, we can just put that into that directly. But yeah, that's the current setup of the Minecraft server. I need to put leaves on this tree, and I'm kind of dreading it because this is a big tree that's going to need a lot of leaves. I also kind of want to build the gym up here in the branches somewhere. Either maybe like a big old tree house here, or like maybe hang it down as like a beehive of some sort. Either way, I think I will find somebody to raid, and I will see you all on Friday to actually get this underway. On Sunday, we'll be doing Valkyria Chronicles 4. And then on Monday, that will be the start of the next month, which means we will have another stream day. I will have decided by Sunday if I'm going to do another Valkyria Chronicles back-to-back with that. But I think for now, at least, until Valkyria Chronicles 4 is over, we'll probably at least double up on that, just because that game's a little bit on the longer side. And then we'll decide if we're going to set, like, a dedicated, like, RuneScape day or something like that. But for now, I gotta find somebody to raid. Who is live? This is a little bit earlier than I normally end. Let's do... Rain. Because I don't get to raid Rain quite as much. Usually I end after Rain does. So I'll set this up. And I will see you all on Friday. And thank you all for joining me for Sorcerer's Kingdom. I love that game. It was really fun to be able to play through it again. And until next time, love you all lots, and hootaloo.